Hi, welcome. I'm Kay. Welcome to my part 2 book review series. As you're watching this video right now, do you notice that the way you are breathing? Are you breathing from the nose or are you breathing from the mouth? That sounds like a silly question, right? But in fact, the reality is about 20.4% of our population are chronic mouth breather. And the statistics is even higher among children. So in this video, we are going to look into something so fundamental and so basic. This is our breathing, and how breathing right can optimize our overall health, in particularly your oral health. The book Breath, The New Science of a Lost Art by James Nestor stands one of the all-time bestsellers globally. The author James, he is a professional surfer, freediver, and he's a special interest in the human body potential and science. So in his book, he participating in one research which only allows him to breathe from his mouth for 10 days. So during this time, the researcher has measured many of his health indexes, and the results are quite astonishing, including massive increase of blood pressure. He suffered a lot of sleep apnea and also other negative health impacts. But why it is so important to breathe from our nose? Well, there are numerous benefits that we should be aware of. For example, our nose acts as a natural filter, humidifier for the incoming air. Also, when we breathe, our nasal passages produce nitric oxide, and this specific gas plays a key role in oxygen absorption into our circulation system. But on the contrary, if we breathe from our mouth, perhaps you can recall the last time you have a very congested nose or bad allergy. So somehow we have to force to breathe from our mouth. You may recall that your oral cavity feeling really dry. It is because the saliva was evaporated when our mouth was opened. Therefore, if someone is a chronic mouth breather, gradually saliva has reduced its buffering capacity, and hence leading towards a more acidic environment. In particularly to our oral health, this extra acidity creates a favorable environment for many germs to take chance to invade to our teeth and gums. Throughout my dentistry career, I witnessed quite a lot of patients that have excellent oral health, eating really healthy and living in a very healthy style. But somehow they suffer from disproportionate high incidence of dental decay, gum disease, or even bad breath. So that could be one of the missing link of the issues. Furthermore, some of the health effects of chronic mouth breathers may even surprise you. Research has shown that children in their development ages, if they are chronic mouth breather, they have a higher incidence of smaller jaws, high palates, and also a tendency have rounded teeth. So these may result of their needs to have orthodontic treatment later on in their life. Rest assured, this is not the end of the world, even though breathing is natural to our existence. So the key difference is how conscious that we take every breath. So in James Nestor book, he provides a lot of valuable and practical tips about breathing technique. So one of the breathing technique I believe everyone can do at any place and any time is a hard belly breath. With this breathing technique, it will automatically switch your body from the anxious state to a calmer state of mind. Remember the last time you were sitting on the dental chair? Do you feel nervous? So why not try out this breathing exercise? I'm sure it will empower you to handle the situation like this. Speaking of dentistry, as part of the health professional, I believe that dentists could be one of the worst breathers among our professions because we often sitting long hours, sustaining a poor posture, shallow breath, and also a long hour wearing mask. To be honest with you, early in my career, I struggled a lot with the stress. But at that moment, I'm still very grateful. At that moment, I find yoga, or I should say, yoga find me. What I have learned from the yoga is breathing is more than just an unconscious act. When breathing combined with movements, we have awareness, the way we breathe and the way we think. So during this process of practicing yoga every day, I'm becoming more conscious about the habits that I build. And eventually, I have a bit more control over the stress problem and manage them. This is one of the reasons I'm so passionate to share my wellness journey with you, and I highly recommend James Nestor book Breath to you. Because not just you will understand how breathing is so essential to our existence, and also you can learn various breathing techniques you can practice anywhere or any place. So stay tuned to my next video. Or you can check out my last video, which talk about how changing the mindset can optimize your health. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.